Okay. So, hi all. This side Rima, and today we are going to like from today onwards, I am going to start my classes, and on daily I will post one video for each command which we are using in automation anywhere. And today I'll explain string operation. Like we are in every process we are using this operation, and this is very important for automation anywhere. And in this call, in this session, like Samir is also here, and Samir, can you please tell me like two words from your side?
Hi, I'm Sameer. I'm also into this automation engineering field. So I chose to study from Rima because he's very much experienced in this field. So we'll enjoy the study session. Thank you.
Thank you. So let's start this first one. Like we'll make first part by using the string operations. So for that, for what we have to do, so we have to go in the automations, and we have to create one folder where we will keep all our bots, which we are going to create in that session. So for that, what we have to do, if you can see here, there is a bots folder, and this is like cloud version. So whatever we are going to create any folders, so it will store on cloud only. For that, what we have to do, we have to click on this symbol, if you can see here, and I'm creating one folder.
So why we are creating folder?
So because today onwards we are going to like create a single bot, right? So I want to keep those files in one single folder, right? So that's why I'm creating my own folder where I'll keep all these files. Okay. Okay. So I'm creating one like I'll make this folder name string operation, right? Because today I'll explain in string. That's why I'm making this folder name as string operations, and I'm saving this particular folder on this path. As I told you, this is a cloud-based application, and and this path of this folder is, if you can see here, once I create this folder, then this folder will store at this path. I'm creating this folder. See, if you want to search that particular folder, then for that you have to go inside this bots, and then you can see this is the folder which I had created right now. Okay, so after that, let's create one task bot. For that, we have to click here, create bot. If you can see this symbol, so for here you have to click here, and it will ask you the task name, what task name you are going to make. Okay, so for me, I'll make this name as string, all string command. Okay, and where you want to save this task file, so I want to save this one in this string operation folder. Okay, if you want to choose that particular folder, for that you have to click here, choose, and click on the browse. Then after, you have to go in that main folder, that is a bots. Inside that bots, if you can see, there's a string operation which I had created. Okay, then I will select this one and click on this choose. Then after, you can create and edit. After this, if you can see, this platform is showing, this is a task file. In this task file, whatever code you want to add, we can add here. Okay, so here, if you can see, there's a three types like flow, list, and dual. So in flow, like it will show you the basic diagram view. It will give you the flow diagram view, and in list you can see the coding. And if you are selecting the dual mode, in that case you can see the flow diagram as well as the coding part. So for let's start for the first. Okay, so as I told you, today we'll learn string command. So for that, let's search here string. Inside this string, if you can see, there's a lots of features available. Lots of commands are available. Assign, extract test, compare, evaluate variable, find length. So we'll go one by one. This is very important for the our project and process, so that we will learn today. For that, as I told you, this is a string. So for that, we need one string variable. So how we are going to create those variables? So that I will tell you. So if you can see here, there's a variable section. In the variable section, you can create your own variable. So as we are going to explain the string type, so we need string type variable. So how you are going to create this string type variable? For that, you have to click on this plus symbol. So you can see it is asking like create a variable. So click on this plus symbol, and then you have to choose the type. What type, like what data type you want to provide that variable. So for me, I want a string type variable. So I'll choose from this drop down string type that holds text type variable, right? So and also it is asking the name of that variable. So I want the name is like this is a string type variable. So let's add str at the beginning of the variable name, and then after I'll add the string name as string one. Okay. So let's
Okay, so the data type is string because we are creating a string variable, and the name we are assigning it as a string str for
Yeah.
it string, and then string
yeah,
one.
this name you can provide anything like, but that name should be a meaningful name. Okay. And like here we are like using data type as a string, so that's why I have added str. Okay, here. And suppose if you want to create number type variable, in that case you can add, this is identifier, like you can easily identify like if like this variable data type is number by checking this 3-digit, right? Okay.
Right.
So for our case, I want a string type. So in that case, what I will do here, I'll use str. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So now I'm creating this variable. So you can see here, this variable is created. Click on the right click. You can see this variable type is string. Okay. Now the next step is, so this section is basically for creating variable. If you want to create list type variable, it like see there's a various type of data type is available here. If you want to create number type, then you can choose this one. If you want to create date type, then you can choose this one. So I'll make one more session for the creating the variables for each type. Okay, right now we are only focused on the string type, so that's why I'm explaining on the string type. But in our next session, I'll discuss each one. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So let's move further. Then we'll go in action. In action, let's focus on this one. Okay. So in that variable which we had created right now, I want to store some string type value in that variable. Okay. So how we can assign some values in that variable? For that, if you can see, there's assignment. Assign command is available here. Means like I want to assign automation anywhere word in that variable str string one variable. So for that, I'll use this command assign. Okay. So to write the code, only you have to do drag and drop. Only see this one, how you can do, pick this one and hold this one and drag and drop here. Okay. So I told you to assign some value in this variable. Okay. So I choose the variable. Like we had created this variable, and how we can choose this variable. So we can go here and in drop down we can select that variable which we had created. Okay. So I'm selecting this variable, and as I told you, I want to assign some value in this variable. So let me assign some variable values here. Okay. Now, so this value is assigned to this variable str string one. And now I want to print this variable. I want to see the result of this variable, like what value we had assigned. I want to display on the screen. Okay. So for that, we can use message box. So I'll use the message box to display this result. Okay.
Okay.
In action, we can check message.
So message maps helps in showing or displaying whatever results it contains, right? Means this is my thought.
Yeah, like this is for us, like if you want to show on that screen like what value we are giving to this bot, if you want to show, so for that we can use this message box. Okay. So here to display that particular variable, like that value, we have to insert that variable here in message box, that only it can display that value, right? So to enter that variable, we have to press F2 from the keyword. So press F2. Once you press F2, you will get this pop-up. Here it will ask you to select that variable. Okay. So once you click on this drop down, you can see this variable which we had created. So for that, we have to select here, click on the yes insert. See, this variable is inserted here. Okay. And see this one, this is asking this scroll bar line. Suppose in this variable, if there's a lots of variable values are there. Okay. So the message box is like a small screen. If you want to increase that, like if you want to see all the data in that particular, which is holding on that variable, so in that case, you can like increase this scroll bar. So it will show in the scroll bar value, scroll bar width, and next thing is like this message pop-up is will come once you will run this bot. Then if you want to like disable that message box after a few seconds, then for that you can select this checkbox. But right now I want to display that message box, and I want to manually click that on that message box, so I will not select this checkbox. Okay, so now I'm saving this one and I'll run this bot. We'll see what it will display.
And how much time it takes to deploy everything depends upon our program that what we have all used.
Yeah, and also it is depending on this community version. Right now we are using the community version, so that's why it is very slow. But once you will get the all licensed version, so in that case it will not take this much time. It will take minimum like less than 1 second also. Okay, and sometimes if your process, if your bots is very big and huge, so in that case also like it takes some time. But right now we are using community version, so that's why it is taking time. Okay, so you can see this message box is coming on this screen, and it is containing that values, like I already passed that, assigned that anywhere value, so that's why it is displaying here. Okay, and also as I told you, I have not selected this one, like display, like as I told you, like I will click manually here in close button. Okay, once I
Yes.
close here, it will disappear. And if you want to like if you don't want to click on manually on that particular pop-up, so what you have to do, only you have to checkbox this one, and
Close message.
yes, close message, and put some 2 seconds. It will automatically first it will display the value, and after 2 seconds it will automatically disable that particular pop-up. Okay, so save this one.
Okay.
See, 1 second is after 2 seconds, it's gone. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but your bot has done successfully. So now, second step. Let's move for the second command in a string operation.
Emma, can you please go to the variable section one more time?
Yeah.
And just click on the str string one.
Yes.
Yeah, here there is a default value. Do you see there in last?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, then what this value contains and what we can add on?
Suppose if you want to put some value here directly here, okay, instead of that assignment, and suppose I'm like pasting here some value, adding, and I just apply here. And right now, what I will do, I'll disable this one. Okay, I'm not assigning here. I already assigned the value here directly. Okay, now display this value.
So it means that that is a hard coded one, right?
Yes, that is a hard coded one. Here also we are doing hard coded, but here what we are using the assignment, which is we are assigning here. Okay, and here what we are doing, we are directly when we are creating the variable, then there only we are putting that value. So see, anywhere is come here. Okay, but
So what
let's see
based
one,
actions do? I think it has to be done with the assign, right?
right. Suppose I already assigned some value here in default value. I already assigned anywhere here, but I want to assign some different value here in assignment. Okay, let's see what it will do. It will replace that value with the new one, or it will give you the result with this whatever we have done here. So let's see.
So let's change this thing.
Yeah. So what I am doing here, automation anywhere 360, right? Okay, let's see it is overwriting or not.
Okay.
Okay, it displays the
Okay.
override. It overwrited that value with anywhere. Okay, so previously we had assigned here anywhere, but here once assignment is done, then it displays this value, so it overwritten. Okay.
Got it. Thank
Okay,
you.
so let's move with the second command in string. So that is extract text. What does it mean? I'll explain you. Okay, so I already assigned some value to this string. So this is like automation anywhere 360. But I want to only display this automation from this complete string. Like this complete string will be our source string right now. So I want to display only automation from the source string. Okay, what I will do. So for that, we are using this extract text. Okay, so if you want to display only this automation, or if you want to only display this anywhere from this complete string, if you want to display only the 360 value, like something, if you want to display from a complete string, for that we need to use this extract text, this one. Okay, so what it will ask you, it will ask you like the source string. Okay, for us, what is the source string?
That
I'll
is a
press
string str string one, the variable, right?
yeah, yes, for that we have to press F2, and after that we have to choose that variable, and yes, insert it. So as I told you, I want this first, I want this value 360 value, I want to display this one. Then I'll go here in before, like we have to put some keyword like this one.
Okay.
Put this one, and if you can see, this anywhere is coming at only one time in this complete string, right? So that's why we can put here only occurrences one. Okay.
Okay.
And suppose like there is a 360 is here written, after there one more time anywhere is written here, and then after 240 is written here. So in that case, like suppose I want to get this value, I want to display this value, in that case what will be the occurrence? So in that case, this occurrence will be the second, like after, like this is the first time anywhere is coming, after this is second time it is coming, then after only like we want this text particular 240.
Okay. So now 240 will be displaying, correct?
Correct.
Because
but yes, but now I want to display only 360. Let's go small to, okay. So for that, the occurrence will be only one. Okay. So after that, I want to display the data like in some variable. Like I want to store that value in some variable, because this is a complete string, and I want to extract this particular 360, and I want to store some different variable. So for that, there's one option here. If you can see, assign the output to the variable. So you can create a variable from here also. If you can see, there is a cross symbol is coming. So click on here, and it will ask you to store. So only you can store those value, those result in a string type. Okay, so you can see like already this field is disabled. So only we have to, what we have to do, create a variable. We have to only put a variable name. So as I told you initially, this is a string type. So we'll add str at the starting, and we are going to store that result. So what will the variable name? Result. Okay.
okay.
Create and select. So you can see it assigned. So once it will extract the data, then it will store in this result. Okay. So what is the meaning of trim this field? So once we are going to select this one now, so it will remove white space from starting and ending. If suppose any text is contain, if any string here, if this is containing space, this is containing space, what it will do? It will remove those spaces from starting and ending. Okay. And suppose if this string contains enter, okay. So in that case also, if we are going to select this one now, so it will remove those enter from starting and ending.
Okay.
Okay. So right now my string does not contain any white spaces, does not contain any enter.
By default, if we'll choose it, that would be the best. Suppose that in any which ways there will be any space, or so it by default trim and remove the enter space.
Yeah. So here in the message box, I want to print that result. So what I will do, enter that particular variable here in message box. So what I will do, I will press F2 and here you can select str result.
Result.
Okay. Okay. So let's
So can we write also something here like message also? Suppose that if I have to write the
we can
extracted
write.
string.
So we can write like I am writing here source string.
Okay, very nice.
Okay. And this is the result, right? So
Right.
we can write this one also. Let's display the result. Let's see what it is coming. Sorry. Okay. So
Yes.
see.
Yes.
So as I told you, like this is our source string, right? And I wanted 360 only from this completed string. So for that, what we had used this extract text command. And in extract text command, we had selected before function, before features. Okay. And as I told you, this is only coming at one time. So that's why I have written there occurrence is one. Okay.
Got it.
I'm closing this window. I hope you understand this one, this command.
Yes. Got it.
Let's close this one and let's check the other features also which is available in this command. Okay, so now we use this before, voila, before part. Now let's see the other options. This is a after. Let's see what it will give you the result, according to what it will give the result. If I'm
So
using
according to me, if it is written after anywhere, right? So it will also give 360.
No. So in automation anywhere, like before and after, like just work opposite. As you see that I use this before, and what it will give you 360. But so, like when I used before, then it give you 360. When I use after, I'm using this keyword, then what it will give you?
Automation.
Right, correct. It is like just working opposite. If you are using after, then it will give you the before value. If you are using before, then it will give you the after value. Okay.
Because here it is written also, right? In after and before text. It means
Right.
that and before text. So the text is right now anywhere you have written. So where it is ending. So before that, the automation is there, right?
Yes,
And the
right.
occurrence is written once. So the automation it
And
will
here, see,
provide.
here it is written like
Start
before means
after
start
text.
after text. Okay. So in this case, like start after text means like we use this keyword start after text. So this is the text. Okay.
Got it.
Got it? So let me run this one. So see, as I told you, like I wanted this to display this automation. So now we are getting the result in result. Okay.
Got it.
Okay. So let's check the another one. Okay, let's check the another one. That is a before and after. Okay, so in before and after, now I want to print this anywhere. Okay, so now I want to get this middle value. So what I will do, for that we have another features in extract text, that is a before and after. Okay, so now you tell me what value we can put here to
So
display that
start
at anywhere.
here, right? So we can write here start after. So it would be after the text automation.
Correct. And here,
Occurrence is 1, and here it would be 360.
okay, and what operator should we use here?
We shall use
Let's check
means
one by one.
you
Let's
please,
check one by one
let's okay.
what result we are getting. I'll tell you, like after this execution, I'll tell you the difference when we are going to use or and when we are going to use and. Okay. So see, we got this anywhere. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So now,
We'll change the operator to and.
no. Now, what I will do, I'll remove this one 360 here. Okay. I'll remove the 360 from here. But right now also I want this anywhere only, and I'm using this operation only. Okay. And I'm using the or operator. And here I'm like pasting the 360 value. But in our case, like you can see, there's no 360 available in this
360.
string. And I
Right.
want to print, like I want to see the result. So in that case, what result it will give you?
I think it might send error.
Let's see. Because this is or operator, then there's a less chances.
So it means that in or operator, any one of the statement
Yes,
is true,
correct.
the result will be.
Yeah, if any one of these statements true, then it will give you the result. But if we are using AND operator and that particular string is missing there, then it will give you the error. It will not
Got
give
it.
you the result.
Good. Thank you.
So let's use the other one AND operator and let's see. Like for this one operator, like this operator also, like this 360 is not available here. Then see what result we'll get. See, we haven't got any data
We have
here
not
in the
received
result,
any result.
right?
Right.
Okay. So this is the difference between both or
So it will
and.
not throw any error, right?
No,
Just
it
it
will
will
not
not
throw,
give the result.
no, it will not throw any error.
Okay.
Okay. So let's move to the other one, the compare.
And what it is all about, if no match found, return source string empty number here.
Okay,
Yes.
this one. Yeah. So let's like here what it is saying, if the match is not found, then it will give you the null value. Okay.
Okay.
And here what it is saying, if no match found, then return the source string.
Then I think automation anywhere it will, I think miss automation anywhere it will be as a result, because now we have put it as a source string.
Right. See,
Yes.
we got the automation anywhere.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay. So let's use this compare. Okay. I'll disable this line. So what does mean this compare? So if I want to check two strings value, if that both strings are like matching or not matching, okay, for that we can use the compare command. Okay, so for that, like right now we are already having one variable, and I want to for this we can create the other variable also, or we can directly put the value here also, right? For as of
Okay.
now, let's use the this one variable which we had created already. Let's put here in source string. I press F2, select str1, and here like I'm hard coding the value directly. So let's check automation. Anywhere 360. Okay, and I'm assigning this value. So like this result, like this compare result we can only store in the boolean type variable. So what is the boolean type variable? So boolean type variable will give you either true or either false value, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so create variable from here. See, the type is boolean. Okay, so I'm creating the variable as boolean type. Okay, see this, the default value is either false or true.
So we have to select here from default value, or we don't have to select anything there?
No, we don't have to select here. If do not match, then it will give you the false result. If it will match, then it will give you the true result.
Okay.
Okay, so for that, I want to check what is the result of this particular compare command, and for that I'll use one validation. That is a new thing which we are going to introduce here in this session. So for that, we have to go in if condition, and inside the if condition, drag and drop this if here, and in condition you can go and select this boolean condition. Okay,
Okay.
choose this one. See this one, it is asking you want to put false, you want to put true, or you want to insert value. Which value you want to check? For us, I want to check this value, boolean result, what it contains. Okay, so what I will do, from here I will select this variable. Okay, and here I will select that particular variable which we had created for the boolean type. So press F2. Once F2 you will press, only it will display this boolean. Okay, okay, so insert this one. Okay, so what we have to check, if this boolean result contains false. If it contains false, then show us then display match not found. Okay, and if suppose it is true, in that case I want to display match found. Okay, so for that what we have to do, we have to insert else command. Okay, so insert else command here, and in else command also let's add one message box. Okay, so what I will write here, match found. Match found. So see, in this condition, what I am doing, I am checking the boolean result is equals to false or not. If it is equals to false, then it will go in this line, 5 line. If it will true, okay. If the match is found,
We'll
then
go
it
to
will
the
return,
else.
yes, else part. Okay, let's see.
And without using if and else command, can we compare two strings?
Two strings
From
we
here
can
only?
compare. Two strings we can compare. We are already comparing here, but only the result we can, how we can store in the boolean form only, right? If you want to display directly here boolean, so press F2,
And then boolean.
will not come here. Only you can display in message
Okay.
box.
The
Only you can.
strings will be coming here in
Yes,
message box,
yes,
right?
right, right.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm running this one. match not found.
Not.
Let's see what happened there. What is the source string and what what we are trying to match with that source string. Match not found. This is automation. Okay, see there. I have written the wrong spelling of this automation, and here it is automation. Okay, that's why it given us the result match not found. So according to this bot, this is giving we got the right result, right?
Right.
Okay, let me put the correct one. Okay, match found.
Got it.
Got it. And one more thing here, if you can see in compare command, if I'll select this one, match cases. Okay, and what I am doing here, I'm just changing something. I'm writing all the things in a capital letter. Let's see it is matching or not. Okay. So here the automation is written in the capital. Here it is in source. It is written in the capital and small letter. Let me check if it is we are getting the right result in this form, true or false. What we are getting. Let's see.
Match not found.
Okay, match not found. That means if we are going to select the first option, so that means it will only match. It is for case sensitive, right?
So if we'll click on the do not match case and we put on the capital letters, then I think it will match.
It will work. In
It
that
will
case,
work?
it is not matching for case sensitive.
Okay. So just it will go for the complete sentence, that whether it is written in the same letter or not.
Yeah.
I think it will match.
Because here it is not looking for the case sensitivity, it is only matching like the letter wise, like automation anywhere 360 is there or not in string. It is not looking for the capital letter or small letter.
Okay. So
Okay.
the match found here.
Yeah. So let's check the other one, reverse. Okay. So this is also comes under the string operation. So let's go and check. I'm just deleting this one, or I can disable this one.
Okay.
Okay, let's check the other one, the reverse one. So by using this command, what we can do, if we want to reverse this particular string value, so for that we can use this reverse command. Okay, so what I will do here in reverse, I'll use that same string which we had created here. So select this one, str1, and I want to store that particular values here in str result. Let's display the message box.
That will reverse the automation anywhere,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So I think the answer would be 360 anywhere automation.
No, no.
This is my
Not,
question.
no. It will reverse completely one by one, like 0, 6, 3, like this way.
Let us see.
See?
Okay, it will reverse like this, like
Yeah.
a mirror image.
Yes.
Okay. Or in any which ways, if I have to write like, or it is like automation anywhere 360. I have to reverse it like a 360 anywhere automation. In that case,
So, like there's a lots of features are available here for that. If you want to like write 360 first and anywhere, then automation. So for that, like we can split this one and we can store like we can split the each one, each word, and we can store into list. And after that, like it will store in the list at 0 position, 1 position, and 2 position. Okay, indexes. So after that, we can like use first. We can concatenate those list values like by using the loop. So this is a
okay. So
long
you,
way.
you mean to say that first we need to find out the index value of automation anywhere 360 and then concatenate the index value according
Right.
to my result.
Yeah, by using the loop and all. So
Okay.
we'll
Okay.
see that one also, like how we are going to how we are going to split this value and how we are going to store into list. And then after, if you want to print those values, okay, in the index wise, for that also like how we can do, like which command we are going to use. So that I will tell you later
Okay.
in another session. Okay. So next variable, next command is, let's use find. So see, find. So let's disable this one. In find command, so if you want to like here, see, locate a given string within the source string. Okay, so what it will give you, if you want to see the position of that particular any word, anything. So suppose I want to see the like this any position in this complete string. Okay, so at what position it's located in this particular source string. So for that we can use this find command. Okay, suppose I want to search, like I want to find this particular any, the complete string. So what I will do, I'll go in find. First I'll put the source string here. So for me the source string is str string, and what I want to find in this complete string, this one.
Any.
Okay, so let's check with this one only, do not match cases. And here I'm using not a regular expression. And so if I choose the regular expression, so that is a different thing. And here I'm using not a regular expression because this is not a regular expression. Okay, so as I told you, in find command it will give you the position of that particular string value, right? So the position should be in number format. Okay, and
The variable will be the number.
right. So for that, what we have to do, we have to go here, we have to create this variable as the number type. Already it is disable this one. This is like number type. So what we can do, number result. Okay, I'm creating this number result to give you the position of this any. Okay, and here I want to print this number result. In display. So remove this one and go. As I told you, in message box we can only print string type, right?
We have to change that number to string.
Right, that we can do. So let's write number result here, and we can do one thing, we can directly convert this number to a string variable. So for that only what we have to write here, enter dot. Once you enter dot, it will give you this many of search results. Like for us, what we want to do, we want to print this value in a string format. So I choose this one. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we can do this one. And also if you want to like convert directly to a string, so for that also we have one command available here, to string.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so
The same thing we are doing it, but that would be a long method to do, right?
yeah, so
How
here,
many numbers? So here will be the number variable, which
yeah,
is
number result
number
here, and the result
Choose a
we
value.
can show in str result. So that also we can do. So this is a like separate command. If you want directly like convert this one here, so we can do also.
Okay,
There's a
that
two
is
way.
nice.
Okay,
Two string.
So let me display. So see, so any comes
is
at
12,
12 position. Okay.
So the
So
position is starting from 0 or it is taking as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 0,
yes,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
and it is also counting the space. So as we got 12, so what, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12.
12.
Okay. So if any space is coming between the like what, that also like what will count. Okay.
Got it. And it is also starting counting from 1, not from 0.
Right. So let's so we have all like see all the like important this one string command. So now we'll move to this theoretically, and let's check the length command, what it will do. So in length command, as you know, like it is suggesting that it will give you the total length of that particular string, right? And see what it will give you the result. So I want to get the total length of this complete string. So for that, what I will do, I will use this length command. So here we can use, I am just entering that variable source variable, and here also like we can only store this result in number result, like string, like sorry, number type, because as I told you, this will give you the length. So length always comes in number
Comes in the
format,
number.
right? So
Right.
that's why we are going to store this in number format. So already we have used this number result, we are converting into a string. Okay.
So it will give the whole length of that string.
Yeah.
Automation Anywhere 360.
So it is giving you the total length of that particular source string. So let's count what is the length of that particular source string. So till here it was 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. What we got that result?
23.
Yeah. So this is the way. And yeah, so this is the most important thing, split. As you asked me now, like how we are, like if you want to get this 360 pod, if you want to get, and then after anywhere, then automation, the complete word. So how we can do? So use this split. What it will do? So see, in split, if you are going to split, then first we have to provide a string. Okay. And in string, it we have to also provide like a delimiter, like suppose here there's a like space is coming in between two words. Okay. So this is a delimiter, like we can provide here in a split operation. So if it in the complete source string, if it is finding the space in any two between two words, then it will split and it will store the first value in list and like 0 index, and the second value at the first index. Okay. So this way it is
And
working.
in any string, Rima, suppose that there is a word like automation anywhere. Okay. So in automation, after there is a space, then we have written anywhere. Correct. After that, I put a comma and then I have written 360 in that case.
So right now I am using a space only, right? And suppose as you are asking me to, like here there's one more keyword like this one. This is
Comma. Okay, anything.
anything, right? But it will like here what I have given. I have given space. So what it will do? It will split and it will store on the basis of only space. So in this complete string, only one space is coming. So what it will do, it will store this value at 0 index and this value at sorry,
One index.
1 index. So this way it will work. Okay, let's check this one. So I have added this space here, and as I told you, this is like we are going to store this value in the list format. So for that, we have to create a variable in a list
List
type,
variable.
right? So here, if you can see, we already checked this string type variable. We had already checked the number type. Now we are using the list type. Okay. So here, what I will do, I am using the list keyword, or you can use the list also. This is up to you, like what keyword you are going to use. We are going to add in this variable name. Okay. For me, I'm using a list and result. Okay. So, and you can see this, this is like index number, it is asking 0 position. Suppose if you want to hard code some value in this list, so that you can do that, you can add here. But now I want to, like, I'm not doing anything, but bot will create this index and it will store those values. Okay. So create and select. Okay. So right now, like I want to display index number only 0. Okay. So for that, press F2, list result, select this one. It is asking you the at which index you want to display the value. For me, I want to display the like whatever value is contained at the index number 1, so that I want to display. So I'll insert this one and see the result.
Okay.
Okay. So we got this anywhere. And if you want to see all the values like in the loop, so for that, what we can do here, let's go in action in type loop and drag and drop here, and in loop select in the loop there's one list type available. So go down, there's a list type, you can see, click over here, and in the list, like you have to select that list where we save our result, select that one, and then after like where you want to save those particular results. So let me save those results in str string. Okay, I want to display each value which is stored on that list. Okay, so for that I want to use this loop, and here I'll use the message box. As you saw the here, like I'm storing this value, this result in this variable that is a string type. So I'll print here directly str result. Yeah. So when it will come in a first counter, like when the counter value will be 1, then it will give you the 0 1 index, 0 value, like whatever value at the 0 index, and it will display and it will give you in this variable.
So it will give anywhere and automation, I think, in the result, or 1 2 3 because we have the delimiter over there as a space.
Yes, yes. So
Let's
first
see.
it will display anywhere, then automation, then this value.
It has not provided any.
Anywhere?
Okay,
I
anyway.
checked why it is not coming. Maybe there is a one space is coming at the first
I
position.
think there will be a space after
Yeah.
space.
1 second. Let me check if there's any space at the starting of that string.
There will be two spaces. Yes, there are two spaces before anywhere.
Yeah. So I've deleted. Now check. Okay. Anywhere,
Yes.
automation, 1, 2, 3, 16. Okay. So let's change this space with this special symbol, and let's see like what result we are getting in the list. Let's split. I'm going to use this symbol. Okay. And let's see what result we are getting.
And then 360 will be the answer. This is my prediction. Let's see.
Yeah, see, it will give you the first value here, and then after it will give you 360. Okay. So how it is split, I'll tell you.
Okay, so yeah, it has split it before the value of that that one.
Yeah.
What we say?
And I'll tell you, like it starts this symbol in this complete string, and it
Okay.
found here in this string. Okay, what it done, it found here, then before this symbol, whatever the value is, it is stored at the 0 position. Okay, this complete one, it is stored at the 0 position, because in this string, complete this string, there is no such kind of symbol available. So that's why it is stored this one at 0 position, and then after it is stored this one at 1 position.
Got it.
Got it?
Yes.
So like in today's session, we had covered lots of things like the string assignment. We had
Covered like
covered.
assign, we have covered extract, compare, reverse, find, length, and split. I think
Yeah, and
7.
also two more things we had covered in this session, that is like validation. In the validation, we had covered this if condition, because if you can see in the if condition, there is a lots of features, like in if condition, if you go and see, so I'm just trying talking here. So in condition, if condition, there is an application type, Boolean type, DLL type, data type, like there's a lots of things available. So in this if condition, we had covered this Boolean type also, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Right.
right. So and in the loop condition, if see in the loop condition, in loop condition we had covered, there's several things are available here, but in this loop condition we had covered list type, right?
Right.
Okay. So so I'm just closing this session here. In next session we are going to I'll describe the rest command of this string operation. So see, we had covered the assignment, extract text, compare, find, length, and reverse command we had covered.
And split
Okay.
we have to.
Yes, yes. And like these are the small command like lowercase and uppercase. Suppose if you have any string in this way, and if you want to convert this complete string in the lowercase, so you can use this command. See this one. You can put your source string here, and here you can like store that result in some variable. So what it will do, it will convert this string, complete string into the lowercase. Okay, in the uppercase also, like it is working like the same thing. So what you have to do, you have to use this complete string, and it will convert those string into the uppercase. Okay, so basically
Okay.
these two things like we are using for the converting lowercase and uppercase. And here if you can see, this is a trim condition. So in trim condition, trim command, what we are going to do, suppose if any source string contains spaces at starting and the ending, so and if that string contains like enter at the start and the end, so we can use this command, tree command, to remove those things from the source string, and we can store those results in some string variable. Okay.
Got it.
Okay, and this is the true number. Okay, suppose if you have any string type variable, and if you want to convert that string to the number,
Okay.
right? So for that you can use this one. So as I told you like earlier, like if you want to convert the number into a string, so for that we have
We have number में two string.
inside the number there is a true string, right? But if you want to convert a string to number, so in that case you have to go in string, and there's one option, string to number.
Okay.
Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed this video, and in
Yes.
next time I'll explain the other command, which is very
So
important.
in a string, there is one more command. Could you please help me out with that, and then we can.
No, there's a
Yes.
lots of command are still pending, so that's what, like I was saying, I will cover this all, like whatever it is.
Substring.
Yeah, substring. 1 second. So in substring, what it will do? Suppose like this is the string, source string, and in source string, I want to only display these values, like this value. Okay, okay, this value. So what I will do? I can pass this start from this string, start from like 12 position. Okay, and sorry, yeah, not here. Here I will write 12 position, and how, like suppose if you want to only display this 4. Okay, so I can pass this 4 here, so it will give you
So
the
now it will
result
represent
only.
octo.
Yes, so this
Okay, got it.
is okay. Okay, and replace is also this. See, in replace, like if I want to replace this automation with some different keyword, like anywhere only, anywhere. Okay, automation with anywhere. So what I can do, I will go in replace command, and here I'll put the source string. Yeah, here I will search if anywhere is present in that complete string or not. If it is present, then what I want to replace, I want to replace with some other keyword. Okay, so for that we can use this replace command. Okay, so I hope you understand this command, and whatever command is left here, so I'll try to explain this in next session. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Samir.
Thank you, Rima.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.